That is gorgeous, eh? That is Shana Cleveland. She is in La Luth, as I say. I think that's how you pronounce it. Don't Let Me Sleep. The album is called Night of the Worm Moon. So we're going to play for you now the first of the three tunes that the Seeds recorded for us, Pushing Too Hard, which might have been the second single, was it, from 1965? I think that's right. But I did interview Sky Saxon. He passed away a while ago. But I interviewed him on the Mint programme. And he was absolutely brilliant. And he was going on about how bad Richard Nixon was and everybody. And going on about politics and all manner of things. And I said to him, well, you should have run for president yourself. And he said, what'd you say? I said, you should have run for president yourself. And he went, I did. I ran against Nixon. He beat me. So that's where history took a different turn. Could have been so very different, couldn't it? Anyway, this is some of the remaining Seeds and some of their mates. And this is Pushing Too Hard.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You know, we've had the Pretty Things live in session. We had John's Children ages ago with Sonics and the Standells, just crazy. And to add to that brilliant list, that was the Seeds and Pushing Too Hard.
BBC Radio 6 Music.
Your generation.
Generation X from the BBC archive and Your Generation. It does sound pretty tame, that, doesn't it, really? And he's going on about violence and all that, but it doesn't sound very intimidating at all, not like the Pistols. But there's a good tune in there, absolutely. And I've already mentioned The Fall a couple of times tonight, so you'll have to forgive me because I'm going to mention them a little bit more now. But The Fall did support Generation X at the Lyceum once, but also, much funnier, when The Fall played it in New York one night, can't remember where it was, might have been Irving Plaza, but after the show we had a party, and it was thrown at Manhattan Chase, as mentioned in Davey Bowie's Diamond Dogs. So we were thrilled about all of that, and we went to the party and nobody turned up, like nobody, except for Billy Idol and two of his mates who walked in the door, had a look round, spun on their heels and went again. And who can blame them? All right then, so Marc Riley here till 9 o'clock, and I've been mentioning the fact that we've got the Seeds. I have neglected to mention thus far that we've also got a Manic Q&A, which involves all of them. So we're going to get to it right now. It'll be a Manic Q&A sandwich. And first up, it's another Seeds classic. This is Can't Seem to Make You Mine. Manic, Q and A. What is your name and what musical outfit are you a member of?
Well, this is Daryl Hooper, and I'm from the group The Seeds.
What is your first musical memory?
Well, my memory is with The Seeds itself. There's probably some when I was younger, but the main one was when The Seeds got together, we started playing in a little tiny bar in Santa Monica, California, in a place called the Turkey Joint West.
What was the first record you bought?
This is Alec Palau, bass player. Well, I'd love to say that it was the Seeds or even that it was the Nuggets album that had Pushing Too Hard. But sadly, my first record, the first one I spent my hard-earned 50 pence on was Hey Rock and Roll by Shawaddy Waddy, 1974. Oh boy, that set me on the right trail ever since.
Have you still got it? And do you still like it?
Have I still got it? No, I don't. Do I still like it? Well, it's sort of okay for bubblegum, but I feel a lot cooler now I'm in the Seeds.
What was the first gig you attended as a member of the audience?
This is Paul Koff, singer in The Seeds. 10 years after, Carousel Ballroom, 1971, Bill Graham show. I'm from San Francisco.
What was the first gig you played?
2000, Chesterfield Kings, Romantics, Magic Christian in my old band.
Have you ever screamed or cried at a gig?
I've screamed many times, more than I remember.
If you could hotwire a time machine and tootle your way back in time to any gig in the annals of history, which gig would that be?
I'm Jeff, the guitar player. I would go back to a early UFO gig with Michael Schenker because I never got to see that lineup.
What is the most ridiculous item of clothing you have ever donned?
Come on, tell the truth now. The truth?
Tell the truth, tell the truth.
Purple spandex, but I didn't think it was ridiculous at the time.
Do now.
Oh, well, I'd still wear it.
Have you ever had a fight on stage? And if so, with whom and who won?
This is Don, the drummer in The Seeds. Never on stage, and we always kiss and make up. Well, we might have kissed and made up during the fight, who knows? But no, we never fight on stage. We fight in private, like everybody else does.
If you could be a fly on the wall in any band's dressing room, which band would it be and why?
This is Alec again. Predator, maybe? That's Jeff's old band, by the way. Heavy metal superstars. No, I think actually, well, one of my favorite bands of all time is Sly and the Family Stone, who are not only incredibly musically, but they had the wildest outfits you ever saw. I'd like to see how they got into some of those outfits. There's some pretty incredible stuff. They make Daryl Hooper look like Mr. Plain Clothes.
Have you ever asked anyone for their autograph?
This is Paul again. Yes, I did. I went up to Ray Davies shaking. Ray Davies of the Kinks is like my idol. Actually, I could add to that, what is your most treasured possession would be Ray Davies signing the book for me, his X-ray book.
What song of your own is your most favorite?
Well, Easy Prey by Predator, of course.
And if we went back to The Seeds, this is Daryl again, I'd have to say Mr. Farmer.
I recorded a lot of favorite songs. This is Alec again. But certainly working with Paul, we've done quite a few. But, it's recording a favorite song is different to playing a favorite song. And we're playing a lot of our favorites in The Seeds here.
Do you have any words of wisdom or advice for our listeners?
Well, yeah. Go to a live show. Have some fun. Even if it's only for an hour, Just have all the fun you can have. I mean, that's why we play this music. We get out there and it just comes out. We just put out everything we have, and when we get it back, everybody's going together. That's just fantastic, and every group's like that. So, yeah, words of wisdom, go see live music every chance you get. Any kind of music you like. It doesn't matter if somebody else likes it. Just go. Have fun.
Manic Q&A. Once again, good advice from various members of the current lineup of The Seeds, and Mr. Farmer is also one of my favourite Seeds tunes, and da-da!
He always working hard till the sun goes down.
So that's a proper honour and no mistake. The Seeds in session for us, Can't Seem to Make You Mine, followed by a manic Q&A with all the band, followed by Mr. Farmer.
6 Music.
We're going to begin in a positive frame of mind.
Lauren Laverne.
Yes, ma'am.